So we didn't get very far. We were converting mixed fractions to decimals. We were converting other fractions to decimals. We were long dividing, or we were using known fractions. Let's finish this up. We're going the other way. Today's lesson is not very quick, or not very short. No, other way. It's quick. Not very long. So then we're going to go through it. I'm going to split you guys up. You're going to work on boards, and then we're going to look at adding and subtracting fractions. Before I forget, your guys' first quiz is next week on bed mass, bed mass with integers, ordering numbers, so the stuff we're doing right now, and a review of simplifying and converting fractions. First quiz is next week. It'll either be Monday, probably Tuesday. So, converting, and there will be, I don't know if you've had siblings that have told you about me. I am not known for giving my students advance notice for quizzes, so that I'm telling you that this quiz is coming is a gift. I will tell you when chapter tests are coming, but there are times when I will just spring quizzes upon you. Because a quiz is supposed to be a snapshot right now of how you're doing. And if I give you a bunch of time to freak out and prepare for it, it's not a very good snapshot. So I won't always tell you when the quizzes are. Sometimes I'll just be like, it's been a while. How are we doing? And that means you guys are going to get a quiz. But I am going to tell you about this first one. It's either going to be Monday or Tuesday. I haven't decided yet. So we'll see how this goes. Sorry? I'm leaning towards Monday because I'm actually going to be away on Monday. So it's really nice to be able to give you guys a quiz when I'm away, because then the TOC doesn't have to teach you anything that I then have to fix. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, converting decimals to fractions. Decimals to fractions is an easy conversion. Fractions to decimals, less easy. I want feet under desk, please. Decimals to fractions, easy. Because decimals, all of these things, we spent like day one, we were reviewing decimal places and place values and what these things were. The 2 is in what spot? Yeah, we got tenths. The 3 is in? Thank you. The 4 is in? The thousandths. Yes, and the 5 is in the 10,000ths. All you have to do to convert decimals to fractions is to take the portion of your number that is after the decimal point and put the whole thing over whatever I say here, whether it's the 10th, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000s, 100,000s, millionth, 10 millions, whatever it is, whatever the last digit in your decimal is, whatever that fifth place is, so this one's the 10,000th place, whatever that spot is, you take the decimal, you put it over that denominator. It's nice and easy. So something like this would be language. I want the F word in my math class. The only F word we're going to have here is fractions. Because the 5 is in the 10,000ths, and if you want to use fractions as an expletive, go for it. If you're frustrated and say, oh, fractions, I'm okay with that. No. So, but don't do it just for the sake of doing it. So because the 5 is in the 10,000ths spot, if I wanted to convert 0.2345 into a fraction, I would put it as 2,345 over 10,000. And then the hardest part of this is what last step? Yes, putting this thing into lowest terms or reducing it. That's where this thing becomes awful. But until that, it's pretty easy. So let's make our life a little bit easier and just do some simpler ones. The steps are listed for us right here. I want to find the decimal of the last number that is not a 0. Yes, Raven?
What does that word say? Reduce?
That word says reduce, yes. That's fine. That's a good question. Put the th denominator. Write all the numbers after the decimal point as the numerator. If there is a whole number, leave it as a whole number and make the thing improper. No, make the thing mixed. Improper comes later. Make it mixed. So with this one, I don't have 0.2345. I have 1.2345. And so what this thing should actually look like is 1 whole and 2,345 10,000ths is how you'd say that. So this guy, as a simple example, this spot right here is what spot? It's the hundredths spot. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take that whole decimal, we're going to make it 19 over 100, and the 2 becomes the whole number out front. So that is a mix, that 2.19 is now your mixed number of 2 and 19 100ths. If I wanted to make this thing improper, it's easy to do. We've done that a little bit already, several days ago. We take the denominator, multiply it by the whole number. If I wanted to make this thing improper, what would that be? (100) times 2 is 200. 200, yes, whoever just said that, that would be 219 over 100. Rabin, were you identifying you as the culprit who said that?
Yeah, I think so.
Or is that a question? Okay. So whether you choose to leave it as mixed or improper, I don't care. Unless I specify, leave your answers as mixed or leave your answers as improper. If I don't specify, I don't care. Pick a style of fraction or number that warms your heart the best. The only thing I care about with fractions is that they absolutely have to be reduced every time. That will go without saying. You have to reduce your fractions. Can I reduce 19 over 100? Oliver, thank you. 19 is prime. So I can't divide 19 by anything other than itself. And Oliver, let's finish it off. Does 100, can you divide 100 by 19 cleanly? No. So thank you all. You're absolutely right. 19 is prime, and it doesn't divide out of 100 cleanly. So no, this thing's not reducible. So we can crank these out relatively easily. I'm not going to give you time to do it on your own because we're just going to talk about it here. What is 0.2 going to be then as a fraction? Yeah. Give me this in-between step. Yeah. And then you reduced it. 2 and 10 are both even. And you said your answer was? A fifth. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. That's in lowest terms. Fantastic. Someone else. Next one. It's this. Who said it? It's the same. Almost. The end result is going to be the same because 0.2 and 0.200 are the same. But if we're technical, there's 0 in what spot? Let's just show all the work. That is the 1,000th spot. So this thing is going to be 200 over 1,000. But this is easy to reduce. You can cross off zeros. Basically, I'm just dividing that by 100. It's going to give me 2 over 10, which I can then reduce the same way I did the previous one. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Cool. Someone else. C. I really should just bring out my popsicle sticks for all my classes. Sorry, Rabin, do you have a thought? Do you want to do this one? No. Okay, the 4 is in what spot? Andrew, you look happy. Fantastic. Well, this time, let's share your happiness with the rest of the class. It's going to be 4 over 10. And that 3 to the left of the decimal place shows up as the whole number out front. So this thing as a fraction is going to be 3 and 4 over 10. Can I go any further? I can, Andrew. What do I do? Divide numerator and denominator by 2, which is going to give me 3 and 2 over 5. Fantastic. Letter D. Someone else. Who wants to be brave? Sure, Gershon. Oh, you're doing E. Sure, let's jump to do E.
Oh, it's,
The 1 is in the thousandths, so it's going to be 1 over 1,000. Well, no, and the whole number is going to stay up front, and you can't simplify that thing. So that's it. So it's going to be 5 over 100. Yeah, that's both of those are divisible by 5. Anything that ends in a 0 is divisible by 5. So 5 is divisible by 5, 100 is divisible by 5. Either you can know it in deep within the recesses of your brain, or, because I'm not giving you a calculator yet, you can take a look at your multiplication tables. 100 is divisible by 5, it's 20. So it's going to be 2 and 1/20th, and you're done. So that is converting decimals to fractions. If you were able to simplify the stuff from a couple days ago, then this stuff shouldn't be super difficult for you. That's really all it is. It's an exercise in simplifying these things. Questions? If there are any, let me know. But what I'm going to get you to do now, I'm going to give you a little bit of time to do it. I'll float around, make sure we're all good. We are going to start the adding, subtracting, fraction stuff today, but before we do that, if you recall, yesterday's lesson started by saying, let's compare some numbers and order them on a number line. And then we took a jump into converting fractions to decimals using both long division or some of these key fractions. We converted mixed fractions to decimals, and we converted decimals into fractions. What I'm going to get you guys to do now, give you a chunk of time to do it. We'll see how far we get in 20 minutes. What I'd like you to do now, there are 4 questions. I want you to, for all of them, order them from least to greatest, and then plug them onto the number line. I did an example of this yesterday, but now the questions are going to get slightly more interesting. Remember, you have some options here when you have different kinds of numbers. So I've got mixed numbers, I've got integers, I've got pure, like regular proper fractions. I've got some of these will have improper fractions. The first thing you're going to want to do when you're comparing all of these things is convert your hashtags or numbers. I had a student once asking me why the hashtag was there. Hashtag means numbers. So you want to convert the numbers all into one type, usually decimals, and sometimes you might not have to convert all of them, but often you're going to want to. The way we do this, long division is always an option, or using the key fractions I told you would be useful to memorize. And then order them. Then when you once you've converted them, you've ordered them, then you're going to place them on the number line. And it's important for the number line for you guys to remember. Oh, I don't need to write the word remember. The third thing you need to remember is to have a proper scale. Now, the scales don't all have to be the same. If you recall from yesterday, the one example we did, everything went up by 0.2 because that was a convenient way to bring these all in. You don't have to use the same scale every time. If you don't have any negative numbers, don't put 0 in the middle. Put 0 over on the left. If you don't have any positive numbers, don't put 0 in the middle. Put 0 over here on the right. If you need to go up to 10 or 20, don't go up by 1s. Go by 1s or 2s, or you can change the scale. If you've got questions about what this looks like, this is now when I'm going to float around. If you want a hand with scaling things, let me know. If you've done all of this, you can come check your answers with me. But I want to give you guys 15 minutes to do these maybe longer as it takes to do these 4 questions. There's 2 on this side, flip the page, there's 2 more. There you go. That's what we're doing now. Order these numbers from least to greatest. First by converting, order them, then throw them on the number line. Go. And if you're done, my answers are on the front, on the table up here. Okay, who wants a hand? Who needs a hand? Yes, sir. You may. Throw your name on the board. There you go. Yeah. So now, to put these things all on an outline, the ones that I've built for you,
It's a work, huh?
this is exactly what's in the drawing that's on your sheet. I don't know, I don't listen for you. You can choose where you want to put things, depending on what numbers you have. So, often what's the easiest? What number has the least value? Next one.
What's the answer?
The smallest number I'm gonna need is negative 2. The biggest number I'm gonna need is past 1. So if we count up the numbers here, what you're gonna see is, if I put 0 right here in the middle, and go by 0.2 every time, Okay, Jackson, what are you doing, man? Whoever is responsible for Hayden's pencil being up the front of the class, stop it. Sorry, Jackson's pencil being up the front of the class, stop, just get to work. It's not a big ask. Negative 0.2, negative 0.4, negative 0.6. Guys, as you're doing these questions, some of the mistakes I saw with your peers this morning in Block A was they just spontaneously dropped minus signs. Negatives are, no, don't say that like you're not going to do that. That's exactly the kind of mistake you're going to make, all of them. Why did you get it? So, yes, you may have said this too. Negatives are numbers too, guys. They belong with their value. Don't drop them as you're doing your work. Make sure they come along for the ride. Okay, get to it. Keep going. So now 0.5 is going to be where? 5. 25 is going to be?
I'm watching.
Well, even on the word, you can use as a reference. That's the procedure, yeah. Save, get out of here. Make your name on the board. When either of them come back, please write an angel's name as well. Okay. You first convert all of these into the same number. I have a proper fraction. First thing you want to do is take one of these and convert them into zeros. That should always be your first step. Well, you can divide them offhand every time, or there was something necessary for that times. Like the third. Okay, what have we done? Yes.
I'm trying to do this number line. I was trying to put it in the number. I was trying to number it up. I didn't even know, so I didn't want to put it in.
So what are you making that number? Why are you going negative 10? Your smallest number is negative 2 and your biggest number is 1 1/4. So we multiply that by 1? Yeah, that works.
Right.
Okay, I think we're here yesterday, right? So these ones, converting, if you're ordering these numbers, your first step you want to do is convert all of these into the same kind of number, so all into the same fraction, or all of them into decimals, so that it actually makes sense to compare one to the other. Yesterday, one of the things we looked at was, well, that's an example. On this page, what we wrote down along the right board, along the cross is a set of fractions that I'd like you should be familiar with. Here they are. Put them on. And then you write it down. 1/2 is 0.5. A quarter is 0.25. Yeah, write it down.
No, your hands don't have to be too long for the
Those guys. No, write it on the side of the page. Like in that big space on the bottom. No, in that big space on the bottom, I should write these down. Jackson, do I have to move you? Somewhere by anybody else?
Are we just doing this?
Yeah, there's 4 questions. I want you to do them all.
Alright.
Yeah, Ruben.
Did I know?
Yeah. 0.1, the little line above it means it's repeating. Okay, so Liam, did you write all these down? Okay, so there's rules for all these. Anything beyond these, if you memorize this list, the rest of them become easy. Because if I have 2/4, that's just the same as a half. 2/4 reduces to 1 over 2. 3/4 is just 3 times this. This is a quarter. So 3/4 is 75 cents, or 0.75. The thirds are easy to do. Because 1/3 is 0.3 repeating. So 2/3, I'm just going to double this. What's 3 times 2? It's 6. So 2/3 is just going to be 0.6 repeating. The fifths. 1/5 is 0.2. Whether I want 2/5, 3/5.
Jackson, chill out, okay?
Okay.
He's making me laugh.
He's not doing it. He's paying attention to me. He's not
He's
saying any other day. He's sitting there. Jackson.
Jackson, I love the pieces.
Are you following the in? Okay. So, if you remember that 1/5 is 0.2, and these all just multiply. So, if 1/5 is 0.2, 2/5 is going to be double this. 2 times 2 is? So 2/5 is going to be 0.4. 3/5 is going to be? 0.6. 4/5 is going to be? 0.8. All you have to do is memorize this first column, and the rest of them you can come up with pretty easily. The ninths are all easy. The ninths are whatever the numerator is, repeats. So 2 over 9 is 0.2 repeating. 4 over 9 is 0.4 repeating. I skipped 3 over 9, because 3 over 9 is the same as what other fraction? 3 over 9 reduces to 1 over 3. Yeah, that's exactly right. And then the tenths are just whatever the numerator is not repeating. So 1/10 is 0.1. So 2/10 is going to be 0.2. 3/10 is just going to be 0.3.
I got the vending machine. I was gonna get water. The vending machine was fast.
I appreciate your honesty. And I'll give you the fact that it was an impromptu change of destination. No, you're good. You're good. So now, with all of this information, we can go ahead and we can tackle a question that looks like this. I'm going to go over here and work on this board. Because that board's full of things that I want to leave there. Something I want you to be able to say, yes, Oliver.
If you put the reading symbol on top of a whole number, would that just be another way to describe it?
Would that be another way to describe? No. You can't do that on an integer. You can only do it on a decimal. So name on the board. Because Hayden's back, Angel's still not. Okay. So these are the numbers I'm working with, and I'm going to write them over here. I've got -1 and 2/3. I've got -2. Those of you who are stuck, I'm doing the first question up here on the board. So if you want to take a look, feel free to take a look. -1, 1/2, 0.6, and 1 and 1/4. Now, the question that this is asking you to do is to order these. In order to order them, they all should be, in order to compare them, they should be the same kind of number. Unless some of you guys are going to be very comfortable comparing fractions with other kinds of fractions, and you just kind of got that intuitively. Others of you are going to really benefit from converting these to the same kind of number. So I'm going to do all those conversions first. This number and this number are both integers, so I can leave them as they are, -2 and -1. This one is a mixed number. It's got a whole number and a fraction. So that fraction 2/3 is what as a decimal? Based on the fractions that we've got over there. As soon as you're done chewing on the snacky bread. put a real big piece of it. Marcus, what's 2/3 as a decimal?
Third, that's, 0.6 repeating.
It is 0.6 repeating. So if 2/3 is 0.6 repeating, then -1 and 2/3 is going to be -1.6 repeating. A half's one of the ones I want you to memorize. A half is 0.5. 0.6 is already a decimal. And then 1 1/4 is going to be what? Sorry? What's a quarter as a decimal? The quarter, 1/4. Nope, that's a half. 0.25. 0.25. So if a quarter is 0.25, then 1 1/4 is going to be? Sorry? A quarter is 0.25. So if I have 1 1/4, it's going to be 1.25. And now, we put all of these numbers in order. What's the smallest number in that blue list? Sorry? -2. What is the next least number in that list? Jackson, what is the next least number in this list of blue numbers? It's not -1. There's another -1.5 is not in that list. This one? That's, oh, maybe it's hard for you to see from where you're sitting. That's -1.6 repeating. That is the next one, you're right. And then the next least number, we start with -2. And then we did this one. What's the next smallest one? -1. And then the next one. Well, you have these three numbers you're comparing. Which one's the next least one? 0.5. Then? There you go. So now we've got them in order. Now the very last step is to put them on a number line. Now I gave you a number line. The number line looks like this. Okay, Jackson, you can continue yourself. Next step is going to get Jack. Okay, so the number line looks like this. And it doesn't matter how you scale the thing. You just have to pick a scale and roll with it. So depending on what you're comfortable with, the scale could look like a lot of different things. Because we've got negative values and we've got positive values on here, I'm going to throw 0 right in the middle. Obviously my positive ones are going to go on the right, my negative ones are going to go on the left. And how you choose to break things up from here is entirely up to you. How would you like me to scale this thing? Sorry? Well, what numbers do you want me to put on these tick marks? I could go by ones, I could go by halves, I could go by 1? Okay, if I go by 1, it's going to be -1, -2, -3. The smallest number is negative, or the least number is -2. So I don't have to go any further. And over this way, I'm going to have 1, 2. My biggest number is 1.25, so I don't need to go anywhere else here. Now I just need to shove all of these numbers in between the chunk. Negative, which I'm going to do in red. So -2 is already listed for us, because it's part of the scale you chose. So there's -2. -1 is also on the scale that you chose. There it is. And those are the only two that are on your scale. So let's go fit in the rest of them. Where is -1.6 repeating going to go? It's going to be between the -1 and the -2. Perfect. So I'm just going like this, -1.6 repeating. Where's 0.5 going to go? Where's that one going to go? Beside where? In front of the zero, like between 0 and 1? Okay. Yep. Cool. Put your name on the board and you're gonna start. Okay, 0.5. Where's 0.6 gonna go? When it goes back, you can go to Jackson. Like between 0.5 and 1? Yes. Oh, down here, 0.6. Where's the 1.25 gonna go? In front of the 1? Perfect. And you're done. That's question 1. Start to finish. What I want you to do now is 2, 3, and 4. There's 4 of them. I want you to try the next one here.
What?
Yeah. Here's question number 2 right here. And you keep up, you got questions 3 and 4. Then I should try that one. Okay, Marcus, where are you?
I'm on the first question.
Quit sweet. Half an hour. Shell number 1 over there. We're working on number 2 over here. We're on number 3 over here. We're on 3 over here. Okay. You're helping him, not doing it for him, right?
Yep.
Help is different. Help, because helping is you teaching him. Doing it for him means he's going to fail later. Because you're not actually, like, even just like, yeah, like just not even just letting him see your work doesn't help him. Because then when I test him or quiz him, he can't do it. So by all means, work with him. Teach him how to do it. Don't do it for him. And you're done. Angel. That's an improper fraction. So we're going to take this improper fraction and we're going to make it a mixed number itself. How many times is 2 going to 3?
Nobody's called me. It's probably your mom to get me.
There's 1 left over. So 3 over 2 is the same as 1 here. And now I can bring back this 2 I had up front. Add
Big bucks, you guys.
this. So this thing then becomes 2 plus 1 is 3. And a half. And now what is 1/2?
What if I put $1? $30 each.
No, that's 0.5. 3 and a half is going to be.
No. No, we don't sell these. They're all big. All the stuff. It's over $200. Just a white people.
We'll just right here.
Were you in that Foley yesterday?
Yeah.
After the football practice?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen you.
Yeah.
Why are you picking up your city?
Yeah.
And how old? Your dad?
Let me deal with
Yeah,
this.
that's my dad.
Yeah, your dad. Is he from here?
Yeah, he's a middleweight increase.
No, all I need you to do.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm
Where? Oman.
That's right.
My dad is another.
Is it the short one?
No.
No, it's tall. It's tall one. It's like
This is one.
So am I. The sun was up for an hour, so I go tomorrow.
How do you know? Monday.
Yeah, so all like the food, even right now, you and I, when I was doing the board.
Yeah.
All
Like
the
automatically
stuff
get
going on.
one.
Okay, well, then second.
Depending on the block.
We're good? Okay, right.
Did you actually go?
Those are the devices.
It's still home. It's a single bed.
You know where you can go to buy? Finished everything. Okay. So, improper fraction.
See your forehead.
You wanna take this thing, you wanna make it possible?
What? Did you get a buzz cut?
How many times do you want?
Did you get a buzz cut?
I did actually.
I know.
But I need like the reason.
Too much.
No, it's like my foot. Yeah, so you see a skin and have one. Not like
It'll be funny to look at.
cool.
It'd be so funny.
Yeah, why do you have a high job? Wait, did she graduate? Your oldest brother. Oh, your younger brother, you got high job? Yeah, What's that guy's name? Somebody called him, Clayburn. Yeah. Did you like it? What? And the bracelet. What was that thing called? The bracelet thing? Like, yeah, you have to talk about it. What is it called? The glasses to see this.
Not even at the first one.
Well, already left.
That is a decimal.
Now we're about to show them. Yeah, that one. You guys are talking about it. You guys
That
are
actually
talking
would work. Improper.
Can you stop throwing?
Make it a mixed number.
What? What do you? What? Not like that. Very coffee.
you, why, you're not even on the
What
right
if I fail,
page?
just redo it?
So no, I'm definitely not letting you go.
What happened?
Right.
My bad.
This is lovely.
How many,
You're doing the set.
What do you have?
Stress, round and stress.
oh, okay, that makes sense.
Well, I think you wanted to do more stuff.
So?
Even just looking at that page, there is no number in this list smaller than negative. So there's going to be no number in this list smaller than negative 1 and 2 sevens. So it doesn't matter what that decimal is. This is the first number you write down. So then you can avoid writing down that long thing. You sort of an idea, you sort of bring an idea of what's involved without asking. Because it's negative 1 and 2 over 7. Half of 7 and half of 7 is 3 half. So it's just under halfway when we're done. And I don't think it's happening exactly. I left it as negative 1. Because that belongs to the you could round to any decimal right now. Leave it as what negative 1.3, this is 1.9. Okay. You haven't finished the first one. And it's on the board, completed, lovely. Yeah, it's on the board, it's done. But you're not on number 2. Yes, you are. Which means you're not on number 1. And it's on the board. Are you ever going to be feeling it though? You're allowed to not feel it. I'm okay with that. But if you wait till you're feeling it to get into it, we could be waiting a long time. So I need you to buckle down and push through anyway. Because I don't know how many students are just like, yeah, I'm feeling conversions of numbers to decimals. That doesn't happen very often. Fake it till you make it. Harry, I will come see you 1 second. No, he's not one of my grade 9s. He's one of my grade 12s. Harry was one of my grade 9s 4 years old. Hello, Harry. Okay. Maybe one day you guys will be like those guys and graduate. Hey, welcome back. Where have you been?
Skipping around the hallway.
Here you go. Easy right there. I don't know. Don't know where your writing utensil went. Where is it? Is this his? Looks an awful lot like his. If it doesn't belong to you, I don't know if this was you or Hayden. If it doesn't belong to you, don't touch it. I don't know if it's one of the two of you because you guys are buddies. I don't care who it was.
No, it was me, I think.
It was Jackson.
I went up there and talked to Martin.
Stole your stuff. And then accuse other people.
I didn't accuse anybody.
Said, who took my bluff? You opened by assuming it wasn't your fault.
Read off.
Read off.
I don't say it.
I know, we're learning. How long have I been teaching here? 10. This is year number 10.
Oh.
2014, 2015 was my first year here, I think. Was it 15, 16, 9 or 10 years? Sorry? Some of yarn? I remember one yarn. Yep. Yep. Sorry, spike. Which means, what were you talking about?
We have 4 in 2014.
I taught them all.
Yeah, but that was 4.
And I saw your sister at the park this summer. She's got a kid over there, yeah? So you're an uncle. I saw her at the park. Hanging out with kiddos. Okay, where are we at? All of Jackson, turn around. Hayden, all I want you to get some work done for me. Charlie, how are you? Okay. Yeah, your ankle's working. Other stuff. How are we doing back here? Yeah, you're set. Okay. Is he one already?
No, we're going to.
I'll do 5 bucks.
He has a turn.
There you go. He's getting 5 bucks.
I do. What are you in for? You bet. For scrap work? For space for work? Yeah, I do. I got lots.
You only teach grade 9s?
This year it's 9s and 11s. No, 9s, 10s, and 11s.
For 10 years straight?
Get to work. Liam, here you go, sir. Hole punched and everything. Okay. Trying to put it into a decimal. Okay. So. Okay, so there's my question. Or there's your question. 2 and 3 over 2. We have 2 problems here. It's mixed and it's improper. So you want to convert this thing. 3 over 2 is what as a mixed number? Because I want to take that improper and I want to make it mixed. Ignore the 2. It's 3 over 2. Because 3's on top. So 3 over 2. How many times does 2 go into 3? How much left over? So this part, just this part, is 3 over 2. So 3 over 2 is 1 and 1/2. And then whole number 2 out front is going to add to that. So 2 and 3 over 2 is the same thing as 3 and 1 over 2. And now we're going to take that and we're going to put it into a decimal. 1/2 is 0.5. So this thing's going to be 3.5. Okay. Do. Nice. Love that. Nice and easy.
The fundraising.
Okay.
All the back that shows everything. I am just, how much? I'm probably frustrated.
On your own space.
It's not fun. Why? You're from the football. Yes, what?
Almost. There we go. Jackson, have you done anything? Keep going, you're allowed. You sold one? Or you trying to sell that one?
Trying to sell this one.
Oh, I'm already supposed to buy your 11 one.
No,
Oh, you're offering 20.
Yeah, I didn't down in price. I'm not paying full price, $20.
Already sold 5.
25.
Are you done?
Oh, yeah.
You are done, fantastic. One second. Okay, what do you think of convert now? You don't have to be called over, because you did 2, and there's 2 already done. So which one are you working on right now? Now I'm ready to go. All you need to do is first track. Okay, so let's do those 2, those are proper. If you do long division, or you can convert them into mixed numbers first. And then do that one. Not with your other one. You want a long divide? Okay, go for it. Yes, sir. You bet. That's perfect. Oh, is there a repeating sign over the 3? Oh, yes, no. I'll make sure when you got your thirds are always going to repeat. Otherwise, you get the drink. Leave the chair alone, man. Marcus can use it as a footrest. Leave the chair alone. Yeah. You can keep going if you want. Because if you want to go straight to the decimal, you can keep going. Decimal. Yeah, 0. You may as well go all the way to the decimal. 10 minus 10 is none. So 15 over 2. Yes, you did. There was 4 questions I wanted you to do. Oliver, if you did them all, yeah, you did what I wanted you to do. Yeah, there's 4 questions. 2 on the front, 2 on the back. I want all 4 of them done. And there are techniques, I have tried to introduce new techniques that avoid lying. I don't want you guys to have to do that. If you want it, you can use it. Can I show you a way with all subdivision? It starts similar, but maybe some of it is better.
3 goes into 16 numbers.
So 5 times. So you can take this and you can make it four on this number. Put that 5 outside. And you can see it up to 15. Then how many is left over? Now I'm gonna take this one. So it's 5 and 1/3. Now just take this one. Turn it into a right. Sorry, turn it into a decimal. That's when we're going to memorize. 0.3 repeating. So that's going to be 0.3 repeating. So this whole number is going to be 5. Oliver, I've heard you.
Can I go this out real quick?
I have recycling in my classroom. You don't have to ask. Just get out and go. Don't give Hayden grief. Just let Hayden do what Hayden needs to do. Because this is 0.3. So 3 over 2 is 1 and 1/2, yeah. And so if this portion is this. So if you have 2 and this, you just take this and you add 2 that's up front. So 2 plus 1, so 3. Now what's 1, what's a half? What's that? Right, 0.5. So this thing's going to be 3.5. This? No, 3.05, 3.5. Because this is 0.5. If I take 0.5 and add to its 3. No. No, for so many reasons. He needs full price because he needs to pay for his football equipment, and you giving him answers doesn't actually help him. It just gives him answers, he doesn't learn anything, and then he fails when I give him a quiz or a test. So for so many reasons, that is not the right way to go about this, Marcus. You should give him extra money and help him instead of helping him cheat and shortchanging him. Just because you're a rugby player, I'm assuming you're a rugby player, who has no equipment other than your shoes, because they don't give you guys pads.
We don't need pads.
Yes. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm struggling because the whole outer ring seems to be doing pretty well. It's an inner 1, 2, 6.
In here on the inside.
You guys are good. I don't want to wreck what's good. Okay. Nope. Nope. You definitely don't.
When does class end?
Okay, what I'd like you guys to do, you are going to write me a quiz at the beginning of next week on this kind of stuff.
Hey, it's fraction.
Fudge works too. Your quiz, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be on BEDMAS with integers. It's going to be on ordering numbers this lesson. And it's going to be a review of the fraction stuff we've already done. Converting mixed to improper, improper to mixed, all that stuff. Okay? That's the quiz. It's probably, I don't know if it's going to be Monday or Tuesday. It's probably going to be Monday, because I'm not going to be here on Monday. So I'm going to give you the answers to these questions. I want you to get your devices out. and I want you to take a picture of the answers. If you don't have a device, the video is still recording, and so I'm going to put on the screen the answers to these questions. You can either take a picture and reference them, or I did show you guys yesterday in Teams where I put the playlist. Did I do this? Okay. The answers are going up right now at the end of this video. When I post it today, you'll be able to go to it and see. These are the answers. Here's question number 1. If you want to take a picture of it, take a picture of it. Otherwise, it'll be in the video. Here's question number 2. Don't worry, it's in the video. And Hayden's taking pictures. Hayden can airdrop it.
No, I can't. $5 each airdrop.
Oh, yeah. So you can make money for football. That's smart.
Wait, can I just like...
Okay, here's question number 3. Except I didn't put them on the number line. But this is the order.
I was about to do it.
And question number 4. Here's the order. Without them placed on the number line.
What is happening?
Okay, so your quiz is either going to be Monday or Tuesday. Do not assume it will be Tuesday. It might be Monday. When the bell goes, you may also go. Have a great day. You guys are on the hook for figuring this